What's up, guys? Here to talk about episode 213 of The Walking Dead, Beside the Dying Fire. Now, I will preface this with a couple things. One, I'm very tired. Ugh. I've been up since I've been up for about 15 hours, and I worked for about 12 of them. So it's been a long day for me, and I'm sorry this is late because I didn't get to watch the Walking Dead finale until a rerun. And I'm sorry if this is not one of my better, you know, discussions about an episode. I'm tired. I'm drunk. It's been a long day. But I'll put it this way: I liked the finale. And if you saw my video last week, I was apprehensive about it. I was worried that it would all be them fighting zombies. And it was like half of that. And today, before the episode started, I was thinking, it would be nice if the finale was kind of like the premiere of this season, where they had this really stunning opening sequence where they're fighting zombies, but then, the second half is something else happening, preferably them moving on to somewhere else. And this finale kind of did that in a way, except it was more top heavy. It was more them fighting off the zombies through most of it, which is, like I said, I wasn't looking forward to them fighting zombies because to me, that shit's getting old. There's only so much you could do with it. And goddamn, it looks like I'm wearing a toupee, but I'm not, I swear. Maybe if I do that. No, what if I do that? I don't know. Anyways, it was a good episode. The first half, when they're fighting the zombies off, it was well done. But like I said, I feel like I've seen this shit, dude, like a billion times. The second half, it had more stuff going on in it. Was it a great season finale? No. But I felt like it wrapped up what happened in the episode before that, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Like I said last week, I hope that the last episode was a half hour longer, and I still feel kind of that way. Where like they could have tightened everything that was in this episode and tacked it on the last episode, and make it like an hour and a half, like a 90-minute episode. I still feel that way, but overall, I was happy that the whole thing wasn't them fighting off the zombies. Other stuff happened. And, basically it was them trying to escape the zombies, and then they escape and they're trying to regroup. But there were a few moments along the way that were really good. One moment I really liked was when they all leave the spot on the highway and it like kind of zooms in on the car where it says Sophia, stay here, and like a lot of it is like washed out or rained out or whatever. That was cool. And out of the first half, that was like one of the only things I thought was really, really cool. I liked when, like, at the very beginning, like, Carl stops his dad. He's like, asks Rick, hey man, what happened to Shane? He turned into a zombie, but there was no bites. And now that's a question a lot of people have been asking, but it's also, hey, did you kill, my surrogate father, Shane? And Rick looks like he was about prepared to answer that, but he backed off. Or he didn't back off. Fucking zombie showed up. And then it's literally a half hour of them trying to escape zombies. And, what can I say about it? It was well done. I don't think it was as well done as the highway sequence from the season premiere, but it was good. The zombies chasing them in the barn, them lighting up the fucking barn. Everyone trying to escape. They kind of got kind of scattered. That was well done. Um, there was another part of the beginning too I liked. I don't remember. And then And the second half is them kind of like regrouping on the road and shit. And there were interesting things going on, which I was worried about. I felt like this series is gonna lose its drama once Shane is gone. But it's kind of found like a new focal point, which is Rick, who's always been the main character. But I'm saying Rick as like a potential problem. And you know what? I'm on Rick's side. I'm on Rick's side at this point. But it's kind of like everyone's looking at him like he killed somebody. He seems like he's half nuts. He's all fucking covered in blood. He's disheveled. He seems tired. And, not to blame him for it. Everyone's just kind of like looking at him like, I don't know. And there are two great scenes in this episode that I thought made the season finale a pretty good episode. Not like a great one. I thought the episode before this and the one before that were better, but I mean, there was Rick confronting his wife, and that's him and Lori, Rick and Lori talking. Those were the biggest things. That was the biggest scene, and I'm gonna come right out and say it, and I'm sorry to any females that watch this video, and I know there aren't that many, but I like to believe that I respect women. But Lori is a capital cunt. She's a straight up cunt. And at this point, I have to believe that the series is trying to write her as a cunt. Because her reaction was like, fuck you, She fucking starts hitting him and she like recoils in horror at what he had done. And it's like, bitch. I'm sorry, but it's like, bitch, you set him up to do that. You were fucking talking in his ear for him, pouring poison in his ear, to quote Shakespeare, telling him to do this shit. And then once he does it, she acts like he's a fucking revulsive fucking creature. Repulsive. Sorry, I'm fucking, like I said, man, I'm fucking dead tired, man. I worked 12 hours today. But you get what I'm saying? She reacts like he's a fucking monster for killing Shane, who she tried to talk him into killing in the first place. It's like, dude, fuck you. And like, I hate her. Like, I didn't like her until tonight's episode. Like, I always didn't like her, but now I fucking hate her. Fuck Lori. I hope she dies. I hope Carl or Rick or somebody or Herschel, anybody fucking kill her. Fuck her in her face. She's a terrible fucking human being. She really is. She really is. Usually, if someone's doing something bad, I can sympathize with them. And that's how I was with Shane. I sympathized with him. Like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, he's doing things that you might not like. Whatever. But there's, like, a core of, like, humanity, and he's trying to do a good thing, even though he's doing the wrong thing. With Lori, it's like, she's a manipulative. So fuck her. That was the best scene in the episode, but fuck her. I hate her. And then there was a scene at the end where Rick's like laying it down for them, like, yeah, I killed my best friend, blah blah blah. You know, and there was like this moment in there where it's like Rick's kind of lost who he was too. But he lays it out for me. I'm the leader of this group. This ain't a democracy anymore. Fuck you if you don't like it. If you're gonna stick with me, it's my rules. And I gotta say, I'm all for democracy, but fuck yeah, Rick, dude. In this situation, it's kind of more of a hierarchy type deal that's gonna work. It's so small scale. Someone's gotta be leading, and Rick has the most sense about him. And I'm sure if they stick it with him, that there will be like he will take the input of everybody. It's not gonna be like he's the fucking king of their little fucking kingdom. And I thought Andrew Lincoln, or whatever his name is, who plays Rick, he gave the best performance in the episode. I like this guy a little more every week. I almost want to see what else he could do. I'd like to see him in movies and shit. See what else, you know. Um, I can't think of anything else that sticks out. There's two scenes that stick out. There's Rick confronting everyone by the fire, and there's Rick confronting his wife, and there's like Rick talking to this is a Rick fucking episode for a finale that had like a bunch of action shit in it, and it was. I don't think this finale was great. I don't, but I think it was better than I was expecting. Like based on the previews last week, I was like, oh man, they're gonna be fighting zombies the whole episode. That's gonna suck. But then going into tonight, I was like, hopefully it'll be zombies for like 10, 20 minutes. And then the rest will be them finding the new place they're going to go next season, right? Now, it wasn't quite that equation. It was them fighting the zombies for 30 minutes. And then, you know, another 30 minutes of them, like, figuring shit out. And at the very end, you could see where they're going to go next. And that little shot, they, like, pan up. Like, maybe it was a crane shot. They pan up and you see, like, this building in the background. Now, I wouldn't know what the fuck that meant, and I think that's kind of a problem. But everyone else told me they end up at this prison, and I kind of it makes sense to me now. They're talking about a place they could find that they could fortify and protect. Well, a prison has all these gates and all these towers and shit, right? But I think it was kind of, let's say you're not one of the people that read the comics, you don't know what the fuck's going on, you're just watching it as a TV show trying to have fun. If you see a shot of this building, you're like, what the fuck does that mean? I wouldn't know what to make of it. I would maybe think, oh, well, that's where they're going to go next. But people who read the comics would be like, oh, the prison, season 3, the prison. But it's just kind of, I think as a TV show, you gotta pretend that people have not read the comics. So give them something better. Like I said, overall, good episode. But the good parts, like the parts I really loved, were Rick talking to his wife and Rick talking to the group. Other than that, the action and stuff in the beginning was well done. It wasn't as spectacular as the season opener with them on the highway. There were moments. One moment I really liked was Glenn telling Maggie, like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And she's like, we can't leave anyone behind. And he's like, no, we got to fuck. There was good stuff there. It wasn't a bad episode by any means, and I had fun. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. Like I said, I'm all over the place, guys. I gotta apologize sometimes because I'm just really fucking dude. It's been a long day. I got a lot of other things on my mind. But Walking Dead season 2, I thought it was too slow. It had its issues, but in the end, there from the mid-season point on, every episode had its moments. Before the mid-season point, there was a lot of real dragging. There were, like first episode, the highway scene opener was great. The second half, every episode kind of had its moments, and I'm kind of hoping that the series has found its footing now. And it's good to know that they can always raise the stakes, and they're not afraid to kill people off. But I still question where they go from here now that Shane's dead. Because they found some dramatic tension in here, which was mostly Lori being a fucking cunt. But you're going to need something better than that to sustain a season 3, in my opinion. Granted, they could introduce new characters and this and that, but that central conflict, that central drama that was driving the series up until now is gone. And the only thing that this episode filled in with was, Lori was pissed at him about it. And Lori could go fuck herself. Bottom line, fuck Lori. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do Mad Men reactions, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, for sure I'll be back for Breaking Bad.